Hey everyone, again Pablo with the video series on weight loss. This is video 14, reading a food label. Let's get started. So there's only really two things to track if you're going to follow this way of eating, and that's carbs and sugars or sweeteners. So this is an example of a nutrition label. At the top, I can't emphasize enough, this section here is very important, the serving size. How much are you going to consume of this product that will then equal these numbers below? Don't assume that these numbers are equal to the entire package or can or whatever it is that you're looking at. These numbers are based on the serving size here. The serving size here in this example says 4 ounces or 113 grams. But in the package that you're buying, that this label is on, it could be 16 ounces or 400 grams. So it'll be a mistake for you to say, oh, this only has 45 calories. I can eat the whole bag. No, this only has 45 calories here if you only eat 4 ounces or 113 grams. So be very careful that you are aware of the serving size. In this particular case, this particular product, right below it, it tells you how many servings are in this package. So in this case, there are only 4 servings, 4 ounces in the entire package, 1 serving. Now then it comes down to the calories. Very important to know how many calories there are, as you'll learn later on. We're going to cover also, you need to learn how much fat there is in here. Ignore this whole saturated fat mess. Cholesterol is fine. Sodium, no big deal. What we want to focus on this label is the number of calories, the number of total grams of carbohydrates, because we're avoiding them. And you need to also be aware of the dietary fiber grams in this carbohydrate. So what you do is you take that 8 grams and you subtract however much is listed under dietary fiber. You subtract it from the total. So in this case, 4 ounces of this product actually ends up being 7 carbs, not 8. So be aware of that. So I've covered what we need to look for on the label. And keep in mind that you're trying to limit your daily carb intake to 20 carbs total. That means 20 here total. Of all the foods and things that you eat, it should not total more than 20 if you're going pretty hardcore on carbs. Or a little less so, 50 carbs for the entire day. And avoid this down here. Look, sugars. You're getting 2 grams of carbs from sugar. So keep that in mind as well. Key thing, you have to read all food labels. Everything that has a food label that you're planning to buy, read it. You must read all the ingredient labels. If you're going to eat it, you must check the label. You'll quickly find that you can eat very little processed food. All those aisles in the middle, you're going to find out you really can't eat much of that because it's almost all junk, all carbs, all sugars, tons of carbs. You're just not going to be able to eat it if you're limiting yourself to 20 to 50 carbs for the entire day. There's no way. Remember what I told you about processed foods and fast foods. There's just no way you can eat them. So you're going to be eating beef, pork, poultry, seafood. It requires no tracking of carbs because it has 0 carbs, but it does have calories. So you're going to be tracking calories too. So you're going to keep track of your protein in calories. That's part of it, but not carbs because they have none. Vegetables have a small amount of carbs and you must track those. You've got to know how many of those you're eating. You can use a simple search engine and type how many carbs in whatever food you're trying to figure out. Note the amount of serving that those carbs apply to so that you know how much you can actually eat. And fruits have fructose, which is natural sugar. It's a sugar, so it still contains carbs. So if you can avoid eating fruits, there's some berries, blueberries and blackberries, I think they have a little bit of a less amount of carbs and sugars, but try to avoid sugars and as much as you can. So That's it for this video. Now we're going to move on to sweeteners and misinformation. That's in our next video. Excuse me, video 15. So if you want to continue following this video series, make sure you click on the subscribe video and the little bell icon to get notifications. So I'll see you in video 15.